Hi, this is going to be a handstand video. It's just going to be a few minutes long, focus on the basics of handstand. So handstand 101, you'll definitely want a wall, and then in another video we'll work on the more advanced version and how to work on handstand away from the wall. So the three things that I think are really important in handstand is your arm strength. You have to be able to hold yourself up in the air, basically. You have to have the strength to keep those arms straight with your body upside down, but also it takes a lot of core strength. If you don't have that core strength to keep your back straight and stand up tall, upside down, then you're not going to be able to hold yourself there. You'll tend to flip over and back bend. And then also it does help if you have flexible hamstrings. Now there's ways to work around that. If your hamstrings are not that flexible, you'll just have to bend the legs more, and it might actually be a little harder to get the hips up, but you can still do it. But if you work on your standing splits and getting the hamstrings more open, it will make your handstand a little bit easier. So when you're new to doing handstand, I always recommend you do it at the wall. Okay, so I'm going to use the door, but make sure you have room, and then you're not going to kick anything. So no hanging pictures, no breakables nearby, just in case you do fall to the side. Okay, so when you do handstand, you want your arms shoulder width. Okay, spread through the fingers, so there's space between every finger so you can really grip the floor. Sometimes you might even feel like you're gripping the floor with your fingers. And then you're pushing the floor away, but even though you're pushing the floor away, you don't want the shoulders to come out of the sockets. You want to keep your shoulders packed into the socket. So if you were in tabletop and your hands are shoulder width, you spread the fingers, wrap your triceps back and pack your shoulders into the sockets, but the arms are still straight and active. And when you do handstand, your gaze is going to be down between your hands. That's going to make it a little bit easier. Okay, so start at the wall and just practice the arm setup. And you want to be pretty close to the wall, especially when you're new to handstand, just a few inches away. Your head won't hit the wall, you'll be okay. So set it up, arms shoulder width, then walk your feet in, lift one leg up like standing splits, look towards your hands, bend this bottom leg, kick up with your top leg and get that top leg to the wall or the door. This other leg is basically in an L shape. Right? It's still kind of hanging away from the wall. Once you get this first leg up to the wall, then bring the other leg up to meet it. Then look down to your hands, and maybe if you're stable there, you can take your foot an inch away, and then bring the other leg an inch away to meet it, and squeeze those legs together. So that's going to be the easiest way to come into handstand, is starting with that standing splits. What you don't want to do is rush that second leg. A lot of times people just hop, hop, hop and take a million hops and just try to kick their feet together without actually getting to the wall. So make sure that you get that first leg to the wall. Now, if your hamstrings are tighter, you might need to start with the foot further away from you and bend it a little more, but still same idea. So I'll show that as well. Hands are still close to the wall. You can start with your feet a little further back if you need to. Bend that leg, look forward, kick up to the wall with that top leg first, and then bring the other leg to meet it. Look towards your hands, abs in, maybe one foot away, maybe other foot away. Don't worry if you're new to it about taking the feet away to the wall. Just holding handstand at the wall is going to build a lot of strength. And the longer you can hold it there, the better, the stronger you're going to get. Okay, so at first, maybe even time yourself and see how long you can hold it. Maybe it's 10 seconds. And then each time you add on a little bit more to make it a little bit stronger. So once you're comfortable at the wall, then go on to one of our more advanced videos to start to practice your handstands away from the wall.